everyone, welcome to this video. I am here with Gus. Say hi. My name is Mallory and I'm with Black Rifle Homestead here on YouTube and other social media channels, and today is just going to be an informal sit-down video about my second trimester update with baby number 3 and revealing baby's gender to you guys. So my channel is not primarily a pregnancy channel, but because it's obviously a huge part of my life, I like to give you guys updates. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe and follow along. All right, so let's get into it. I have no notes except for my pregnancy journal. I am keeping a weekly pregnancy journal, although sometimes I get behind. Right now as I'm filming, I am 1 day away from turning 26 weeks. So then, what is it? I can't remember. I guess week 28 is the first full week in the 3rd trimester, right? Yeah, so I guess I just have a little over 1 more full week before I'm done with the 2nd trimester. So let's just talk about what has happened in the 2nd trimester. For me, it really is, the 2nd trimester is always the best, you know, because I'm not so big yet, but I'm also feeling a lot better. Now, I did feel this So I'm gonna read a little bit from my pregnancy journal just to kind of give you guys like a quick week by week breakdown. So in week 13, so that's the first full week of the 2nd trimester, oh, my in-laws were visiting, so that was really fun, and that was a nice distraction. I've found that when you feel bad in pregnancy, that distraction is oftentimes the best thing. And then, because then you don't have time to like wallow in your morning sickness. Now if you're super sick, that's not going to work, but I did find that with Gus's pregnancy and this pregnancy that I wasn't, you know, with Max's, my first one, you know, everything's new and you have time to like sit around and relax, and sometimes that can be like counterproductive. So I was feeling less gaggy, so that's a very strong symptom in my first trimester, is like gagging. Occasionally will like dry heave, throw up type of stuff. So it says, I did turn a corner it seems, but I still look forward to when I can rest / nap during the day. So I was still trying to get in naps at this point at the very beginning of the 2nd trimester. I wasn't as gaggy, but I still needed to eat right away in the morning. I had my 12-week prenatal appointment that week and with the nurse practitioner, and got to listen to baby's heart rate. Then on that Friday, I got an elective ultrasound, so we paid for it out of pocket. I was supposed to get one, but because, like, covered by insurance, but because I had an early ultrasound, I didn't get one, but we still wanted one, and so it was great to see baby and get some extra pictures. It was super nice getting to sleep in every morning because his parents were here and would get the boys up. That's too much in your mouth. There you go. No, I don't want it. Ew, that was in your mouth. So not much changed between week 13 and 14, and then we have week 15. So week 15 was mostly fine, but then at the very end of the week, our first stomach bug swept through the house. The only person that didn't get it was Mark, my husband. Max started off sick that Saturday, and then going into week 16, that was probably one of the hardest weeks of this pregnancy because I was really hoping that I wouldn't get it, and Gus seemed fine at first, but then he got it, or he and I came down with it the same day, like I guess on that Tuesday of week 16. I would have felt bad if I wasn't pregnant, but I don't think I would have felt as tired for as long. But even though, and I wasn't even that sick, I'm not going to go into details, but just the fact of having an upset stomach and being pregnant and also still kind of feeling gaggy sometimes, like it was very hard for me to deal with that and with the kids. And so thankfully Mark stayed home for a couple of days, or maybe he went to work on that Monday, but then he stayed home Tuesday when Gus and I turned up sick. So week 16 was awful. But I said by the end of the week I felt back to normal, and it even feels like my pregnancy symptoms are mostly gone. So I guess it was around week 16, after we got over the sickness, that I really started turning the corner. Maybe I would have started feeling better earlier if it hadn't been for the sickness. But oh man, don't get a stomach bug while you're pregnant. It's not fun. All right, so then moving on to week 17, I was feeling more optimistic and mentally motivated thanks to feeling better. Like I just didn't want to do anything in week 16. It was awful. So yeah, so I said I was amazingly productive compared to the last week. I was supposed to have my week 16 prenatal appointment the week I was sick, actually the day I got sick, and so obviously I canceled that, and so I had it in week 17 with the nurse practitioner again. That one was supposed to be with my OB for the first time, but she wasn't available. So anyway, so I still hadn't met my OBGYN yet because I switched to a different doctor than I had with Gus. So this week I started taking Unisom before bed. I don't know, maybe I was having trouble sleeping a little bit, I don't know, but it's not only did it help me sleep better, but it also seemed to eliminate morning gagginess. And I did rely on Unisom more often, way more often than other pregnancies. Like I would take like half a pill sometimes during the day. I did rely on that a lot more, I think, just because of having 2 children, having a baby and a toddler. This pregnancy in that respect has been harder, just having 2 little ones instead of 1 or none. You just have more going on, you're expending more energy. I had almost 0 tolerance for gaggy feelings, and so that's why I would resort to Unisom a lot. And then in this week I said that sometimes I forget that I'm pregnant because I'm feeling good, but I'm not big yet. Moving on to week 18, and at the end of this week I said at the end of the week I suddenly started feeling so big, like my belly. Like I don't know, maybe that's when my belly popped. Like I just started feeling very aware that I was getting larger. So week 17 I was like, I sometimes forget I'm pregnant because I don't feel very big, and then all of a sudden in week 18 I'm like, whoa, I'm getting big. I did have a craving this week. Normally in the second trimester I don't really have any cravings, but for some reason I was craving Wendy's burgers. I think maybe because I saw an ad in the paper. So my energy was really good in week 18. I didn't remember taking any naps. And then on Saturday, I actually put in a lot of time in the garden because like during the day. So this summer, I have not really been able to be outside working in the garden during the day because it's just so hot, and being pregnant, it just makes you feel more sick, especially in the first trimester. It just makes you more tired. So, but that Saturday, I remember that was Saturday was so beautiful, and so I spent a good amount of the day working in the garden. It was just so beautiful. Okay, week 19, still chugging along. I was still pretty energetic, didn't nap at all. We celebrated the 4th of July that week with home fireworks. It was really fun, and I cooked a hearty American meal with burgers and stuff. And at this point I had started going back to the chiropractor every couple of weeks, and it's helps so much with lower back pain and neck pain, and now I am also having round ligament pain. So my chiropractor is certified in the Webster technique, and that's specifically for pregnant women. And if you have not done that in pregnancy, I hardly had any adjustments during pregnancy with Max, and he was breech. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I really think maybe he wouldn't have been breech if I had been having regular adjustments with him. So I am very conscientious about baby positioning now because of him being born breech, C-section. So week 20, so halfway through the pregnancy, still very energetic, getting a lot done most days, not much pain or soreness, but this is when round ligament pain just started up just a little bit. Cravings, not really a craving, but really loving fresh peaches. Peach season, I love it so much. Oh, actually, I guess I didn't have my anatomy scan in week 20. It was week 21. So let's go on to that because that's exciting. And that is about the gender reveal. So my in-laws were in town again. So they were in town like at the end of the first, or beginning of the second trimester, and then about halfway through. So I had my anatomy scan, And Mark got to come with me since my in-laws were here, could watch the boys. Drum roll, what is the baby? Baby is a boy. So yes, we are having a third boy. And what are the odds, you know, as the more kids that you have, like of the same gender, the less statistically likely it is for you to keep having the same gender. So it's pretty cool that we're having a third boy. Of course, we would have been thrilled either way, whether baby was a boy or a girl. All babies' lives matter, you know, whether they're a boy or a girl, but we wouldn't have it in either way. We're so glad that God chose for us to have another boy. So yeah, they're gonna be like the Three Musketeers. Max and Gus are very close in age. They're 19 months, but then Gus and this baby are 16 months apart. So they're going to be even closer. So they're just, yeah, they're going to be like a pack. And I am completely and utterly outnumbered. But that's okay. I love being a boy mom. And we have the name picked out, both first and middle name. With Gus, we didn't decide on a middle name until like 2 days before he was born. But yeah, we have his name picked out, which we will not announce till he's born. That's just like what we like to do. We announce the gender, but not the name yet. But I love his name. It's actually the name that Gus almost was. We were early in pregnancy with Gus. We said, okay, yeah, this baby, if baby's a boy, then he will be named this name. And then one day, I remember I was on the stairs in our house in California, and I was like, what about Augustine? I said that to Mark, and he's like standing in the living room. And I don't know, he didn't even really have to think about it. He was like, sure, yeah. If this baby's a boy, then his name will be Augustine. It fits him so well, and I can't imagine him as this baby's name. And just this, like the circumstances surrounding this pregnancy, this name is perfect for him. So I'm so thankful. And actually his first and middle name have the same meaning, which is really cool. So anyway, you guys will have to wait and see what his name is when he was born. I will definitely be announcing that. So then the very next day, Mark actually left for deployment training that he's not going on. Like, he's at this training, but he's not going on the deployment. Anyway, it's and it was only supposed to be like a month, and then it got extended to 45 days. So I just realized, like, oh, if I'm gonna say this in this video, I can't put this video out until he's back, or like basically back, just for our privacy. I have not like told anybody publicly that he is not here, just for safety reasons. But I think I'll put this video out the day he comes home. So if you're seeing this, he is either home or on his way home, depending on exactly when I post it. Anyway, so this was gonna be the very first time for me to be with the kids for such a long time without my husband. So week 22, I said my general mood, no bad anxiety, but felt more frazzled some days with solo parenting. So it definitely took us a couple of weeks to fall into our rhythm of how to operate, and you know, with me being pregnant, definitely a challenge. So we completed our first full week of Mark being gone. We all survived. And you know, we FaceTime every day with him, especially with Max. Gus doesn't always get to see him because sometimes it's after he goes to bed, but pretty much every day, you know, Max and I talk to him. That was week 22, just trying to, you know, get used still to Mark being gone. Week 23, round ligament pain was getting worse, but a chiropractor adjustment really helped that. That week was fun because I went to a consignment sale for baby stuff and got a bunch of cute things, clothes for the boys, and also for baby boy, and some maternity pieces for myself. So that was really fun. And then on that week, it was also Mark and Matt, his brother's birthday. And then 2 days later was this little guy's first birthday. So it's kind of sad that Mark missed not only his own birthday, but Gus's first birthday. But the good thing is that he won't remember. He doesn't know. I didn't even like buy him a gift. I mean, I guess his gift is his convertible car seat, which I got from Albie Baby. It is the Cybex Eternus, and it was under $200, plus I had some credit with Albie Baby, so it was a really, really good deal. Maybe with tax it was like 170 something. So have not moved him into it yet, but will be soon. I do want to get him an icon print of St. Augustine from this iconographer, this Catholic iconographer that I follow on Instagram. Again, he's only one, and it's like, he's not gonna know. I guess I'm not really into the whole like having a big bash for your babies, because it's like, it's mostly for, it's basically for the parents, right? And other people that are attending. The baby doesn't care and won't remember, and then it's just a bunch of extra work and money that I don't want to spend. So yeah, that was week 23, and then week 24, we're almost done. I realized that when I would bend down and pick stuff up, you know, as mom to now 2 toddlers, you are bending down and picking stuff up a lot every day. And I was like, this is not good. I should not be bending at the waist. I need to be squatting. So I've, you know, and that's also like good to help, you know, prep your body for birth. And so I started trying to squat more when I'm picking stuff up. Let's see, I had a dentist appointment, and I had a progesterone draw. And then week 25, which was the week before this week that we just completed, my parents were in town, so that was super, super fun. They got here on that Tuesday, and we just had a really great time last week being together. I wish they were still here. It went by way too fast, but we did some fun stuff. And then I had the day they came in, before they came in, I finally got to meet my OB. It's a woman. I've never had a woman OBGYN before, but she was so sweet, very personable, easy to talk with, easy to ask questions of. So I think we're going to have a good relationship, listen to baby's heart rate. I was measuring, my fundal height was measuring 2 weeks behind, so I was measuring 22 weeks instead of 24. She said, I mean, it's not really anything to worry about, but because of that and because of my advanced maternal age, you know, 35, I am going to get 3 more ultrasounds this pregnancy. So at 28 weeks, 32, and 36. So I'm super excited about that. The advanced maternal age thing, like, kind of annoys me, because I'm like, what's the difference between this year and last year, you know, when I was pregnant with Gus? But if it gets me more ultrasounds, then that's cool with me. And then this week, I don't have any notes yet because tomorrow I officially turn over, but it has been a little more challenging because Gus is teething, and he's been teething, and he has 3 teeth coming in, 2 on the bottom and 1 on the top. And I don't know if the other top one is probably gonna come in too. So poor guy, he's really hurting sometimes, I think, and just more fussy than usual, waking up at night sometimes. So, and then next week is week 27, and then I'm done with the second trimester. So overall, this trimester has been really good. You know, a little bit of tough times with the stomach bug earlier in the trimester, and then with Mark being gone, you know, just sometimes it's hard emotionally too for me. And I can also tell that Max misses him just from his, you know, the way he acts sometimes. You know, toddlers just don't know how to express, you know, that kind of feeling, you know. So it's definitely been an interesting trimester, but I'm very thankful that I feel good. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know it was a little rambly, but that's kind of how these pregnancy updates tend to be. They're just fun to record and then look back on. Look back on, you know, after the pregnancy is over, and just kind of remember how things went. So, all right, I need to attend to this guy. We need to pick up the cereal. I just vacuumed in here, and then I'm like letting him eat cereal in here. Thankfully, it's not like crummy or anything. They're just these, you know, kind of like Cheerios. But we need to clean up in here and get dinner going because it's like 7 or 5:30. So thank you guys for stopping by and watching. And if you're pregnant as well, leave me a comment below. Or if you have any tips as a 3rd-time mom, then let me know that as well. Or a mom to 3 kids under 3. So it's gonna be great. It's already great. I already am a mom to 3 under 3 because that happened as soon as I got pregnant. So you guys take care, and we will see you in the next video. Say bye. Can you wave? Bye.